Something that's been a big issue this year in footy has been, the talk about wrestling and whether it should be banned. I mean, from when you started, I imagine that wrestling was, non-existent, and you've seen it come in through your career here and in the UK and obviously back. I mean, what's your view on it? Should we be trying to ban wrestling, or is it just...
mate, I don't think you can ban it. I just think there's no way to stop it, really. As a coach, you play the rules. At the moment, you can't stop blokes being good defenders and dominating blokes and getting them back. It's a part of footy. I just think it does slow the game down a lot, and the game is geared towards defence and the ruck, and everything revolves around the ruck. If you've got a good ruck speed, when you've got the footy, you're a chance, and it enables your halves to get on the front foot and dictate the play to the defence. It's the same when you're defending. If you can dictate the ruck speed of your mindset, and you're a better chance of stopping what they're going to throw at you. So, look, I don't see an easy fix to that. I think the game's pretty good at the moment. Maybe limiting the interchange might loosen up the ruck a little bit if we want a quicker game.
And there's been some, I think Wayne Bennett came out in the season and said, the footy this season's been boring, and a few people have come out and said that. I mean, what's your view on the season so far? How have you rated it?
It's been boring. You look at the Brisbane Manly game on Friday night, it was one of the best games I've seen. It certainly wasn't boring. We've had some pretty high-scoring games on the weekend as well, where there's a lot of tries scored. Look, there's not a lot wrong with our game. I think we're pretty quick to judge or pretty quick to criticise and try and fix things all the time. But there's not too much wrong with it. It's still the best game in my opinion.
And the shoulder charge is something that's been talked a lot about this year, and Cassiano for the Bulldogs is going to be in a bit of trouble, I think, from the weekend. I mean, are you a fan of the shoulder charge? Do you want to see it stay in the game?
Look, I think it's part of the game. I don't think occasionally it's going to happen. When we have accidental contact with the head, it's going to happen. And when you slow things down on TV, it looks bad, but it happens that quick. And no one means to go and shoulder charge a bloke in the head. It just goes wrong occasionally. And as a coach, it's probably not the most effective tackle anyway. So I know our coaches don't coach us to use the shoulder charge, because the first thing we do is stop the ball. And it's a big play and can produce an error at times, but it's pretty high risk for the defender as well. Look, if there's only a couple of years.
And something else, obviously, that's coming up is the expansion. They're talking about Papua New Guinea, Perth, second Brisbane team, Central Coast. Have you got if you're making the decisions, what would you, where do you think the NRL should go?
Perth's
you've just come back from there as well.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, mate. It's a terrific city. They certainly have no problem getting players there. The time zone suits live TV, and I just think financially they're in a really good position over there in Western Australia. They've got a lot of money over there with Lions, and it's a lovely place. So Perth would probably be a better choice, but we'll see how it goes.
What's your view on Cronulla this season? Obviously, as a former Sharky, have you been surprised how they're going, or have you sort of expected?
Yeah, no, I tipped them. To make the 8 this year. I thought they would. I thought they'd finish about 5th or 6th. They're exceeding that at the moment, but they're playing a basic style of footy, but they're all playing for each other. And Todd Carney just gives them that extra bit of spark. And I think Jeff Robson's been really good for Todd at halfback. He's pretty composed. He's an older head, and you've seen a lot of the young blokes come on, like Jace McHugh and Stuart Mills, and Isaac Gordon comes back in the team and plays really well yesterday. And I think Jeremy Smith gives Gal a lot of help. He's a senior player, he's tough, and he's a leader. I think Gal's probably appreciated the influence that he's had on his forward pack as well. The blokes that they brought in, Gibbs and Fafita have done really well. Palm and Bestie are going well, so everything's going good. So I just hope they have a little bit of luck with their injuries and can keep plugging away.
Do you think they can? Obviously Cronulla's never won a comp ever. Do you think this? Looking very good. It's still early days, but do you think this could be potentially the year?
You've just got to give yourself a chance. If you can finish in the top 4, well, you're a chance. And you've only got to win 2 games, 3 games, and anything's possible. But over the last since 2008, Cronulla haven't made the semi-finals. it's just an opportunity. If they can hang on and hang on and hang on, everything could happen.
And Shane Flanagan, I mean, what's your view of him as a coach?
He's a good coach, Flanagan. He's and a good fella. He was there when I was at Cronulla, and he's he really knows his footy. But he's a good bloke, and they're all playing for him obviously at the moment. So it's good to see. He bided his time for a long time. Shane, he was at the Roosters on Sticky, and then at Cronulla, and he's been at West as a player, and he was he's one of the blokes who just loves football. I'm happy